How about Max Pacioretty? According to reports, both the Leafs and the Red Wings have interest in Pacioretty's services. Pacioretty playing 47 games last year with the Capitals, kind of besieged by injuries the last couple of years. Pacioretty, if you're looking at these two teams, which one's the better fit for you?
It's so fascinating for me because, well, I think probably Toronto. Because Max Pacioretty wants to play in a good team where they have the puck and play offense. And if he's healthy enough to skate well, he'll probably be able to, score goals again. And Toronto is more prepared to do that than Detroit. So I think the Leafs, they could sign him to $1 million contract. And if it didn't work out, you could put him in the minors or whatever it might be, and they would be willing to eat that $1 million because it would not count against their cap. They have that financial flexibility in Toronto. And I could see him saying, okay, who am I going to compete with? Bobby McMahon, a guy who scored 15 goals last year, but mildly unproven. Nick Robertson, who wants a trade. Like, these are the guys that I'm battling for a top 6 spot to play with John Tavares and Willie Nylander. That would be an amazing landing spot. So that's why Toronto makes sense. Why I love Detroit if you're Steve Yzerman. Guess who's not signed? Lucas Raymond. Right? And so, like, maybe an insurance policy or maybe a little bit of a nudge in the negotiations to say, hey, we have a guy that will play in your space, not as good as you, but, he's an offensive player, has had a really good career when healthy. I think so much of that depends on the Raymond negotiation and how that plays out. And, of course, Max Pacioretty's health. He's just, fought being healthy for so long now. You're not sure how good he can be when he gets back to it. The games he played last year were still just working through the rust of a couple of years of injuries. So if he can get back somewhere close to what he was before, he can help those teams. But I think Toronto, if they're willing to offer him a contract, even if he knows that if he doesn't make the team, he'll get sent to the minors. That would be part of the deal. It's an interesting one, though. Go to Detroit, where you might get bumped out by a guy re-signing, or Toronto, where you have to beat out a couple guys who have contracts, but there are not proven goal scorers yet.
Toronto, Detroit, we'll have to see where Max Pacioretty ends up.